Good morning, everyone. Can you hear in the back? You're okay? All right. It's good to be here together. It's rare. It's precious. So thank you for coming to share the Dharma with each other, with all of us. Special welcome to anyone who's new, either in the room or on streaming. We're happy you're joining with us. My name is Zopa, and I'm one of the associate teachers here. Bill and Dora, who are often here, are on retreat again. We just finished a calm abiding and insight retreat and couple days of break, and now they're on retreat with others on the meditation on Chenrezig, Buddha of Compassion. So we have a number of our friends out at our rural land who are sitting with us this morning, just not in the same space. At the discussion time later, we can talk a little bit about the retreat that Lama Eric led. So please bring your curiosity about that. Or if you were there, which I see some people in the room who were there, bring your thoughts to share. So it's always good to think of our motivation for anything, for any moment, our motivation for being here. So I thought I would, before we read our, recite, chant our refuge and bodhicitta prayer, just read this one verse from the 8 verses of Thought Transformation by Longritampa. These 8 verses are a favorite of the Dalai Lama, and they are very potent in terms of setting motivation, being clear about the meaning of our lives. So just this first verse. With the thought of attaining awakening for the welfare of all beings who are more precious than a wish-fulfilling jewel, I will constantly practice holding them dear. This is so packed, I'm tempted to talk about it, but I'll only say a few things. The thought of attaining awakening really breaks open our samsaric suffering. The thought that there is awakening to be attained. What a precious thought. How awful to never have that thought. And then for the welfare of all beings, which we talk about often here, but if you're like me, we forget when we're going about our busy lives that means everyone. No one left out. And each of them are more precious than a wish-fulfilling jewel. Why? Because, as the Buddha says, our enlightenment depends on other beings. We don't create it by ourselves. All of the practices we need to cultivate generosity can't be done on your own. You need someone to give to and to receive from. Ethics, same. Patience, same. Joyous effort, same. So we need not only each other, but we need every single being that we come into contact with, and those that we had close contact with in all of our lives. They're how we got here to this precious moment and place. So a wish-fulfilling jewel can just give you everything in this world, fame, fortune, but it's confined to this world. Relationships with other beings can give you full liberation. So, practice holding one another dear, cutting through our constant judgments. Okay, let's say our prayer, Jeff. Thank you.
Until the summit of enlightenment is reached, I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of true refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding in order to release all beings from their particular suffering, establish them in lasting peace and happiness. until the summit of enlightenment is reached. I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding in order to release all beings from their particular suffering, establish them in lasting peace and happiness. Until the summit of enlightenment is reached, I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of true refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding in order to release all beings from their particular suffering and establish them in lasting peace and happiness.
So now, together, we're going to do our best to engage in calm abiding. So, what we abide in is just our mind as it is, full of thoughts, perhaps, maybe not too many, maybe a waterfall. That's fine, doesn't matter. We are not trying to get rid of thoughts. We're also not engaging in them. One metaphor is the mind is a vast and still ocean. Endless ocean, very pure, very beautiful, very calm. And thoughts and sensations are waves that rise on the surface of that ocean. Waves don't have any place to go except back into the ocean. So as we meditate, we can pay more attention to the ocean than the waves being thoughts, stories, emotions. Sure, we notice them. Sensations of the body, just notice. But pay more attention to the vast, deep, peaceful ocean. Come back to it. If you're new at meditation, like I am, it's quite good to have an anchor in the ocean for when you do get caught up with waves. Maybe you create even a kind of tsunami for yourself. First, be aware that you're creating it. Be aware you can let it go and come back to your anchor, which is most commonly the breath. Not a manipulated, manufactured breath, just your normal breath. It's quite good to bring some precision to that. Not vaguely noticing your anchor, but paying very close attention. When does the breath in start? You might notice a turn to the breath out. Maybe there's a gap there. Then it starts up again. Every breath is brand new, never happened before. Pay attention. When waves of thoughts come, you can use these ideas or regular practices don't reflect on the past. Sure, it'll come up. Let it go by. Don't speculate about the future. It's not here right now. Let it be. Don't think about the present. No need to do that. Don't create an idea of meditation and try to fulfill it. Just relax and allow. Relax the body. Relax the mind. Relax the stories. Relax judgments about how you're doing. Leave everything as it is. Today we'll do some short meditations to keep it fresh, to keep ourselves from what's called, Lama Eric called meditation coma. When we go too long, often most of us slip into a kind of hazy state, which is not, it's slightly pleasant, but it actually isn't helpful to the mind. So about every 6 minutes, I'm going to first make a sound like this. And when you hear that sound, see if you can stay still and just notice where your mind is. Relax it. Let go of thoughts. Connect with the deep ocean. Then I'll make another sound with 2 of these. And that will mean if you feel like it, relax and stretch in place. Fresh up your meditation. Okay, so we'll have this. That will be check with your mind. Place it where you wish. Then we'll have this. That will be relax, look around, stretch a little bit. Okay, enjoy your meditation. get your mind exactly on the object for a full minute. No judgment, no criticism, just relax. Reflect on the ocean. Let the thoughts go by. Stretch and relax if you need. It's good to freshen up your mind. Place the mind bright, gently, precisely on your object, your breath, or other object. Feel successful in being able to do this. Then relax. If you don't need to, then ignore the sounds or work with them. The sound of my voice, the sound of the click. Just see that as a wave going by. And again, let's recall the points. There's no need for this time to reflect on the past. It's done and gone. No need to speculate about the future. It's not here. There's no need to think about or analyze the present. No need to try to do some kind of perfect meditation. Simply relax the body, relax the mind. Watch the waves come and go. Make no story about them. Their nature is impermanent. They will go unless you grab them. Focus more on the deep, clear, vast, endless ocean of mind. Relaxed, bright, and aware, come to the object. Relax, refresh your mind, your body. Now imagine that this next 6 minutes is the last time in your life that you will get to meditate. And bring that kind of focus toward it. Not getting caught on fear from that thought, but simply, this is it. Bring the focus. Bright and clear, confident.
this virtue may I quickly realize Mahamudra and establish all beings without exception in this state.
Thank you for those efforts. So a few reminders. Registration is up on the website for the October class that I will facilitate in equanimity and diversity. And I'm really looking forward to bringing together a couple of strands of things I've learned. So if you feel confused, upset, disturbed, or even excited about the many conflicts over isms, racism, classism, sexism, homophobia, ageism, if that's something that you're interested in taking a closer look at in a safe and honest way within the principle of equanimity that the Buddha gave us to meet such things, then please sign up. It's going to be 3 Saturdays, 2 in October, 1 in November, 9 to noon. And if you cannot come to all of them, I think if you only came to one, probably not so helpful. But if that's what you can do, just email me and we'll talk about it. Be best, of course, to come to all 3. There's a book in the bookstore now called Mindful of Race by an African-American Buddhist priest named Ruth King. So the book's available. It's a paperback. And whether you can come to the class or not, I highly recommend it. It's very clear and helpful. Then in November, Lama Michael and Tim Campbell are leading a mind training retreat. So please go online and sign up for that. The class that I'm teaching will be here. The mind training retreat is out at the wonderful SCOL Center. So also there's mind training group every 2nd and 4th Thursday, and it's quite lively. And we just had a wonderful discussion this last time with about 9 people who regularly show up. So you're invited anytime on 2nd and 4th Thursday to join us. You don't have to have the text or know anything. Just come. If you have a mind, that will be sufficient. Okay, any other announcements? Yes, Salidra.
I have 2. One is we have a new person here today, Suzanne.
Hello, welcome, Suzanne.
And welcome, Suzanne. And is there anybody else that's here for the first time?
Oh, behind you, Salidra.
Well, hi. Can you meet me back at the corner? Okay.
Yeah.
What's your name? Kara. Okay.
Welcome.
Kara. And the second thing is we want to remind everyone of the fabulous, exciting, hysterically funny, can't think of any more superlatives, of the Vajrayati show that is happening on October 27th. And I think we can pretty much guarantee that if you invite your friends, your neighbors, people you rarely know or barely know, everybody will have a fabulous time, and they will be forever grateful that you invited them. So this is going to be a really fabulous event, October 27th.
you can come and watch me sing. I've terrified myself by deciding I will get up and sing with this voice.
And that's the really wonderful part of it too. It's like we've been sitting with each other for years on cushions, and now we're going to find out these other parts of each other that are going to be very
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, exciting. Let's see, someone else. Yeah, you moved across the room.
Yeah, so I could get the mic. This Tuesday, it's the Death and Dying, the familiarizing ourselves with death and dying, the subgroup, the study group, and we're starting the new book, Advice for Future Corpses, by Sally Tisdale, and we'll start with the discussion on the first 4 chapters. So that's this Tuesday, 1:30 to 3, okay, here. Okay, thank you.
Is that book in our bookstore?
I don't believe so.
Oh, okay.
But
I was just curious.
because she's a local writer and a Zen Buddhist
Yeah,
and
sure.
palliative nurse, Powell's has a lot, and they also, if you want instant gratification, it's Kindle. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Cynthia. Okay, tea time, please come back for discussion. In about 10, 15 minutes, Jeff Zopa will tell us when to do that.